Welcome to the world of Hearthron. I'm your host, storyteller, and dungeon master Bilbo. Come join us as we travel through the tales from the Yawning Portal. This is our third episode of the Shrine of Tamoachan. The plan is to play the same characters through each of the adventures in the Yawning Portal and level up characters accordingly and finish with the Tomb of Horrors.
Where everyone will die except for
Torn.
Especially Torn.
Especially Torn. I have a feeling Torn will die. Our players have completed the Sunless Citadel and the Forge of Fury, where Saskia died. So I have a silence. And come join us through these old school dungeon crawls. If you like our show, please hit the follow button here on Twitch or the subscribe button on YouTube when I have this video posted up tomorrow. And I know Torn is going to recap for probably an inspiration die or a luck card. Something that he will use fairly quickly, so I don't mind giving it to him at all. So go ahead and tell us, Torn, what happened last episode?
So we opened the door, as you see right here, and we went in.
What happened before all that?
You can't see that.
Oh.
Yeah, they can't see that. We'll bring that up now. Yeah, there we go.
So we opened this door.
Didn't we find a statue before that?
Nobody cares about the statue.
No one cares about the statue.
Really, why don't you bring the camera up?
Just the magical weapon.
There you go.
You can keep going. Recap.
Come on, recap. What are you
So
doing, man?
we opened this door, and Torn saw something green, so he rushed in the room and just smacked wildly in the water. Nothing happened. And then rats came out of rags in the room across from it, and just started attacking. So a couple of us were dealing with that.
Do you think they attacked you because you were stinky?
No. They just were too frightened when they looked at you, so they attacked me. This happens all the time. Sorry, I had to. But, and then this Lord of the Snails, correct?
Yep.
Came out, and we started fighting it. And after we banged it up a lot, it asked if it could help us get across the place. Of course, knowing Zazriel and her just craziness.
So you were going to trust the same? Yeah.
Did you want to take the deal?
You couldn't even hit it, so.
Because I was in the water. I can't hit something. I can't. And now I'm swimming. So we decided to just kill it as we went across. And wait, what? Okay, phase out. And now we're at this next mysterious door. What's beyond it? Who knows?
All right, and so you want
Luck card.
a luck card.
Just that's instant.
Don't even mess around.
You know me good.
Couldn't even contemplate it.
Nope.
He'd already thought it over.
Don't believe it. I also have these amazing dice.
Those are really cool. Do you want to pick one of the Kickstarters there?
Yep, there's 2 potion D10s.
Put them in front of the camera.
Yeah, put them in front of the camera.
There are 2 potion D10s right here.
Mm-hmm.
There's this giant D20.
Mm-hmm.
There's a scroll D8. There's a arrow tip D4. There's what is this?
I don't know. Is it 10?
It's a D12.
Ooh,
What?
I think it's a rod.
It's a raw D12. There's a fireball D6. My favorite.
Oh, Fireball's pretty cool.
And that's it.
Did you get the wizard hat? 27?
Huh?
No.
No.
Oh, this one? What's it hat?
There's another one. If I'm ever fulfilled, you'll see it.
Yes, I got my set right away, people. Sorry. And then, so anybody that's waiting for them.
I've actually forgotten the name. Do you remember the name?
Sorry about that. What's the name of the company?
I can't remember. Check Kickstarter for dice. You'll find it.
They're really cool, but they ran into a lot of issues
This is a
with
slow one.
the company that they were being produced from. Needless to say, they are shipping them. Luckily, I got mine right away.
Okay, Deco.
Some of us are still waiting.
Maybe because the 1,500 followers I have on Twitter, they're worried.
I want to pick one.
Oh, you want to pick one?
Ooh.
Oh.
I'm going for a different strategy because whenever you hand me one, I get like crash roll.
All right, let's go ahead. Pick the card, any card.
I'll take this
All
one.
right.
Oh, 1d4 after making the save. I knew I felt a bad vibe. So I was
You
like,
just went right in for
But I
it.
kept grabbing.
You kept going.
I was like,
You're already in
why grab
role-playing.
No, this is terrible.
Just keep reaching.
And excuse the dungeon master. I have a cough drop in my mouth and probably be putting more medicine in me. So excuse me. That's why we weren't here last week because the dungeon master was really sick. Couldn't breathe. Still can't breathe. All right. So the last left off. You killed the Lord of the Snails, and you've made it across this room, except for Valian, who's still on the other side of the room, reading this book. And he says, "You know what? I'm not done with this chapter. You guys should keep going.
What about that?
I'll catch up." And Dar's like, "Oh, okay. I'll watch the young pup here."
Okay,
And so Dar will also stay with him. So we're missing two of our players tonight. Valian, who's actually heading out to Seattle, heading back home. So he's not with us as he finished up finals today and is getting on a plane going back home. And Dar, right before we started, got called into work. Apparently somebody has to make the donuts, and it's him. So you had to go to work.
Chocolates, Dunkin' Donuts.
And
That's not how it works.
and so he had to go. So you guys are at this door. You haven't opened it yet, but you're at the door. I will let you guys know there was no treasure to be found underneath
The Slug Master.
in the Lord of the Slugs here.
Did John want his soul?
No. 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 It's like I'm staying away. Staying away from that thing.
And
Snails.
do I remember that I'd opened that one? Or that I unlocked it?
No. You guys went to the door. That's where we
Okay.
kind of left off.
Alright, sounds good.
So, I believe that door is not locked.
So I'm gonna shield and axe ready. I open the door.
All right. So, make a saving throw. Torn opens the door.
I know you're kidding.
All right. So this is here, this hallway.
There.
Beyond here, the passageway here is slime covered. A stream of water trickles down here. There seems to be condensation along the walls and the door and the ceiling. And there's even some water which drops from above. A little water drop hits you in the head there, Torn.
Okay, I go to the door.
And it's just a quiet sound of dripping and splashing echoes in the corridor here.
A dash, so I know what to do.
Alright, so all of our sneakiness is out the door.
The guy who plays now makes a great friend. First guy.
All right, so yeah, this door here.
Right now.
Where you going, buddy?
Oh, sorry, I got distracted.
You were going to the door, man.
No, you were going through the door,
Yeah, I
so
went
you
through the
walked away.
I go to the door.
Okay, so you get to the door here. All right.
And you
So what do you do?
Try to open it.
All right, so you try to open the door. It doesn't seem to just open that easy.
Like, which way does this door open? Does that
Towards you.
great? So I can't bust it down.
You just shrink.
I'm actually gonna try to bust it down, even though it opens the door. I'm gonna try to bust
You
it.
can try to pull the door.
Oh, pull it. I'm trying to pull it.
Alright, make a strength check, buddy. Pull it open here.
15?
Total?
Yes.
Alright, so it doesn't seem to budge. You definitely now feel like it's like warped on the out here, and is just wedged shut.
Yeah. We need some of those poles again from dark.
Why don't you and Kat, do you want to help him with this and see if you guys can't both pull on this?
So do I get to make it as a match?
So do you want to help him try to open the door there, Kat? Alright, so I'm going to let you roll. No, her. Then you get to roll a strength check at advantage here, athletics. You have advantage.
Trevella guide you in your
D20?
Yep, 2d20s.
And take the
guide
better
you in
one.
your muscles.
And take the better one.
Plus D4.
Plus D4.
You're gonna touch Kat.
And you take the better one.
So get these two
Plus
right
the
up front.
D4.
She might not have got it. You could just roll D4, eh?
D4?
Yep, and you can add a d4 to the highest roll.
Come on, Cap.
That was a bad roll. Those were bad rolls on my part.
Alright, what did you roll? Highest roll with the d4? What was the total?
The highest roll plus the D4, I want to say is
Plus your athletics.
give me a moment. Doing math.
No problem.
Never changes.
13.
13? No, so the door doesn't budge.
Can we try and get a magic roll?
That's 9. That was my best roll. Plus 3 for athletics.
Alright, yep. No, the door doesn't open.
I'll try one last time.
Alright, so you're gonna have to wait 10 minutes.
Can I help him? He has disadvantage.
No.
Can I go examine the door so maybe I can do help?
Me and Elle should try for the door.
Can I just physically stuck?
Yeah, you can just physically stop the warp too.
So after 10 minutes.
And just busted it down.
So after 10 minutes, me and Kate will try again. I'm rolling this time. Athletics.
Alright.
Trevella.
So 20 total.
Alright, yep. So you and Kit are just trying to grab the door, trying to open it, and it just barely
Oh,
you get it open. And water comes flooding out over you.
I knew it.
And I need everybody.
I'm around the corner, actually.
Huh? No, everybody in the hall.
I see it and run.
I need everybody in the hallway here now to make an athletics check here to
What
see
about
if you
acrobatics?
don't get knocked down.
Can I do
Huh?
acrobatics?
Nope, athletics here.
A 22.
The water's coming so hard down
Good
the
fun.
hallway here. It's athletics here.
A 22.
You're 22, okay.
Oh,
I got 13 again.
17 minus 2, guys.
I got a 17 plus 5.
16.
Alright.
Ooh, I got a 22.
No problem.
I got a 17.
Alright, wow, we all did
He
well.
got a 15.
Okay, so you got a 22?
Yeah.
And then Kit, what did you get?
I have another 13. Today's not my day.
Okay,
Oh my
so, Kit, you are gonna take 6 points of damage as this water and this door comes collapsing on you.
At least we all
So I have
water
you
in
minus 14. Yeah, it's not water here in this part. And then I have
I got 22.
Torn. You're gonna still take 3 points of damage, so I have
So
you
I'm
minus
minus
11.
Yeah, great. Thank you. You're so
Alright.
kind.
All right, and then and with that too, Kit is gonna get starting wash down the hallway. But let me go around the rest of the room.
No
So
way.
first, Azrael, what did you get?
15.
15. You're fine. You need to stay put and stay cool as the water comes flashing through. L.
I got a 17 total.
Okay, then you're good too. So you managed to stay
Hug the interior of the hallway as the water's rushing by.
rushing through. And then what do we have here?
16?
16, yes. So you guys kind of get out of the way as you see Kit rolling down the hallway there.
How much movement? That's perfect.
Back into the wall.
Okay, so you missed it. You rolled a 13. All right.
So she rolls into the wall.
Yeah. So she I need you to make now a dexterity saving throw, Kit.
Let's go,
I
Kit.
rolled 17 on the die.
All right. So she manages to kind of go by you guys, but then manages to as she just gets past the last one of you, kind of just grabs maybe your leg there, Elle, or Valiant, and then manages to not Valiant, sorry, Zazriel, and manages to stop there and is able to get up. Alex, or Billy, you want to move the yellow piece of paper?
Oh, this one?
Yep. And so on the other side there is this washed out room. The stairs
Corroded.
here, huh?
Are they broken?
No, the stairs aren't broken.
Do we now smell like urine?
No, you don't smell like urine. No.
Don't even say that.
I just started smelling it as soon as you said it, Dan. Allie was like at the moment.
If you need to go off camera, that's okay.
And then just across this small room here, there's another door. And there's actually, I'm sorry, also, and there's some stairs. Yeah, I have the room opposite. Sorry. The stairs actually are on the other side of the room going up. So I had the room opposite of the map.
Oh.
There you go.
Something like that. There we go.
Perfect. Alright, well, I would never try to slow down Torn.
Run! And go up.
Okay, so you run over to that door. All right.
Chugga. Action chugger.
All right. This door too is a little warped as well. However, you're going to be able to open it. And this leads into the hallway. Across from you about 10 feet, you see that secret door that you guys came through earlier. And then the passage that continues up eastward. Yep, you can put yourselves right there.
Is this place a maze?
Yeah, it's the kind of ways to get out. Did you ever use suffocate before you use
Are we in a
that?
labyrinth?
Yes, you are in a labyrinth, sort of. All right,
No,
so
I have dance magic dance stuck on my head.
all right, so as you guys come down to this door here, this here. Like I said, just kind of refresh you guys here. The hall here is, once again, there's mud on the floor. There's water that seems to be flowing down towards that room that you guys just left. There's foam that's on the floor, and and then the door in front of you here has a keyhole. As you guys go down to that, and Torn, you're still leading the way?
Yep.
All right, go ahead and give me a
Athletics?
perception check.
You see a door.
It's wrong.
Oh, you see your toes.
An 8.
All right, no problem. So you go to the door.
No, actually a 10.
All right, still you go to the door. Nothing.
Have we been in the store
Time.
before?
I think you went up to it
Yeah.
or whatever, and you thought you heard. You're not sure if it was water
It
sound.
was weird tinkling
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
I try and bust it down.
Okay. All right.
We've been on this side of it. before.
Athletics?
We just pull it this way.
Go ahead.
Pull in?
This door.
Or is it push it?
This door opens towards you.
Okay. Athletics?
So you can ask for help.
9.
All right, so door's not locked. So you pull open the door, and you hear this splash. When you open the door, go ahead and remove that sheet there.
Oh.
Terrible.
Can't take it.
All right.
Oh, here, Grandpa.
Yeah, you can probably move that a little bit.
Feeling that Torn is leading about
Keep
20 in number.
There you go. Perfect. All right.
Just those nice maps.
One gets to take a bath.
Yeah, these nice maps here from Mike Schley. So, thanks, Mike. I actually printed one out in color by accident, but
By accident, I thought that was for us. Too.
the rest are black and white. This room here is lit by soft light that reveals a section of a rocky beach. Beyond the beach is a pool of glowing water, filling half the room and framed by a crystal cavern. Green fronds can be seen in the pool. Or fronds. Light seems to flow from everywhere. The pool and walls glistening like soft moonlight. On the far side of the pool is a set of doors carved with the sun symbol on it. And then there's also a hallway where the water's coming from. There's a hallway there that leads. What you see is about 20 feet down from there and leads to a door down there.
This way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So many doors.
So many doors.
So little.
All right, Torn, what do? You open the door, you see this.
Can I see how deep the pool is? Can I just make a perception?
No, you can't. You can only see about maybe 3 feet in the water before it's just
Too bright.
too bright. Actually, in this case, you just can't see any further.
No, I know you. So you know, I know you put something in the water. You always put something in the water.
Don't drink it.
Play the game, not the GM.
You could be the water of life.
Okay, I'm going to go.
Maybe you
It
could
probably
reverse,
heals you, Tom.
you could reverse
I'm
your
going to.
age.
You go ahead.
Maybe you could reverse your age.
All right, so
Okay.
so you come in, and out of the water, in the center of the water,
See? Called it.
pops ahead. I'll explain this here. Of this
Beautiful mermaid.
beautiful mermaid. Yes, basically.
And
So you see this head of this young, beautiful woman. She has long golden hair and a pale white skin. She even radiates soft, slightly light that comes kind of from her. She pops up her head and just kind of and looks at you.
But that's my first thought to kill her.
Really?
My
Anything
first
you
thought
see?
is kill her. Okay.
So she pops up her head and she's just looking at you, Torn.
Hey, Torn, talk to her in Orcish. See if she understands you.
Actually, I'm about to do that too. I speak in Orcish first.
Okay, what do you say in Orcish?
You gotta
Say
scare
your name
her.
and business. Here.
So,
Wait. So you show up to her house and say, state your business.
So
now.
she kind of tilts her head and looks at you and.
Okay, I speak in common now. Like, okay, who are you? What are you?
She's just kind of looking.
So close. I'm so close. I'm so wicked.
What are you gonna do? Elle's gonna move into the room.
Okay.
Step to the side.
I'm gonna say again. Who
Speak
are-
Celestial.
Oh.
Hello? Who are you?
She looks, kind of, she looks at you and, she, she seems to be speaking, but you just don't understand, what the language is.
None of us.
None of you.
Legend.
Well, I just had my bow trained on her.
Okay.
Does she come out at all more? Or is it
No,
just
it's just her head. Just
What
kind
is
of
her, like, does she have
floating
any
her shoulders a little
her
bit.
ears pointing?
No, her ears pointing.
Like pointing.
Like
Wow.
elves.
Like an elf. Like,
No. I mean, she definitely has sort of that kind of look. I mean, but she's shiny, and her skin radiates
Remember
in
that?
the silvery light. And even through, like, she seems to have kind of a shawl, a white thin shawl that's on her. It's very thin. But yeah, she's just looking at you guys. And
Okay, maybe this is the person from
the
the
legendary Monster Manual.
Hey, the person. This might be a person from that Rumors of the Lost City. That city that.
Sure.
but she lasted all this time
What,
down here by herself, too.
What do I see down this way? How far does it
Remember
go?
those people?
So that hallway goes about 20 feet and goes to a door. The water seems to kind of stream along with it, but then it's a door.
Like the water seems to be flowing down this way.
Yeah.
And I say again another thing to you guys. I say, what about those people who attacked us before? They could have been part of the city too, the Lost City.
No idea.
I move into the room
I don't speak gibberish.
and I put Hunter's mark on her.
Okay.
And I say on the count of 3
No one would ever say.
No, don't do that. That's just rude. That's just rude. That's why this group is evil.
She so when you kind of come in there, you go the hunt come with 3 guys. She goes
I have
underwater.
Hunter's mark on her. Do you guys still see her?
No, you don't see her. You can sense that she's in the water.
Great. You had to use magic. Didn't you?
Wait, when I walk in, she goes in the water?
Yeah, she's scared. She's scared.
Well, when
12 perception.
no, you don't see her.
Yeah, this is light. It's pure light.
The water you can only see about 3 feet
Well,
in the water. It
she's
just
an angel.
radiates this light, and you can't see any.
She's an angel.
I know
Like,
what
Please.
that real is. Thanks, buddy.
Are you in
I thought you'd be able to see through the light.
But yeah, so she seems to go
Which way does she
underwater.
go? Towards this way.
No, she went just kind of just down where she was at.
Why did you have?
Alright, let's go down the doorway. Come on, Chuck.
Down the hall.
That's all the way across the pool.
You can go this way, towards us.
We got it?
Yeah.
Just go the doorway is 20 feet down there.
Okay, I'll go that way then. And I'll lead the way. Can you
Okay,
hear me?
so you run onto that door.
Mhm.
I'm going to keep a cautious step. and an eye out.
So what happens? What do you say?
Anything with the floor being.
Keep me in that back hallway. I'll stay on
Yeah, you coming?
Keep that.
I'll stay on the side of the door so the door stays propped. But I'm gonna stay out of the right. Keep me in the back home. Yeah,
I can't wait until this is over so I level up. Level up. Up.
So, so once you guys get kind of to the door here, it's once again the ground here right before the door is muddy. You know, that seems to kind of flow through even the door here on this side here. And once again, this door looks, you know, like it's been warped, like the other water door.
Elle's gonna step forward and
Not as bad, but
thump on it.
Does it help?
yeah. So you thump on the door. On the other side, yeah, you definitely think there's something on the other side of the door.
Like water again. Or
No, but something thick.
Okay. I'm gonna.
More slime for you, buddy.
Does this door come inward?
Yeah, this door actually opens towards you.
Let's do it. I'm not going to cross that lake. We're going through this door.
You back up a little bit, Elle.
I am going.
I think Cat might have said something.
Kit, what was that?
I was going to ask earlier, were people who use fake creature or
Oh, this creature?
Are they fey?
yes?
Yeah, you're not sure if it's Fey or not. It could be. It very well could, but you're just not sure.
Okay, the die rules now.
Okay, and I go nowhere near that door with them.
Okay.
So a 12 total.
All right. So yeah. So 12. So you open the door, and this mud and silt just comes on top of
It's
you.
what?
I need you to make an athletics check.
Ooh,
Or drowned in mud to death. Good luck.
a 13 on the die, so an 18 total.
All right. So you manage not to get stuck in it as it kind of
I like
slopes down.
throw it down with my shield, but I block the way for sure.
And then on the other side, there's stairs going up, about 10 feet of stairs. And you think this leads to the room where the giant lobster is.
I go up there. I go up there. I go up there.
That's not helpful if it does.
So you're going to try to walk through.
Wait.
Remember?
You didn't see this.
Remember? Do you remember? She's at the end of the hall. It's not 20 feet. You remember at the bottom part of these stairs, too, was all that stuff that you got stuck in before.
Oh, then I don't go up the stairs. I'm like, nope. This way leads to the lobster.
I just want to let you know, you could try to walk through it again, but you got
Not to
stuck
mention-
last time.
Lobster's not where we want to go.
Maybe it has treasure.
We're not killing the lobster, man. Good luck with that.
It's a crayfish. Okay, so let's go across the pool. Who wants to do it?
We're just waiting.
Excuse us. May we pass?
I'll put a foot.
Alright, doesn't, nothing seems to happen where you're at.
I'll put a foot in the water.
Okay.
Anything happen?
Nothing happens.
Seems you grabbed your foot.
Elle's gonna
I don't want to.
start to step in. Now, does this seem like it's murky bad water, or is this?
No, this is
nicer?
like light, like the light blue. It's you can't even. It's so. The water is shiny, but it's so shiny.
Like a
You can
magical
only see.
glow.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, where you can only see, and the room itself too. It's moonlight. It's definitely not dark in here at all.
Okay, I try to cross the water.
So I'll
But yeah, once you step in, it seems once you put your foot, you think it's pretty deep.
she's gonna go down until it's up to her neck. She doesn't have her sword out.
Okay.
And I swim.
And she's gonna take a little circle like
Oh yeah.
oh shit, she kind of climbed through over the slug.
Yeah, this is a lot cleaner water than you've been dealing with.
Yeah, so
all
I'll
that
start cleaning up
slime.
too. Like I got
Does
mud
it
on me.
smell it smells clean? Not
Yeah, it
foul?
smells clean, it smells nice.
But it's
actually.
flowing
Yeah,
out, right?
yep, it does seem to flow out towards down that hallway a little bit.
I do the same thing. I start like cleaning up.
Okay, I need you to make an athletics check.
Of course you do.
I sink.
20 total.
At disadvantage.
Oh,
That's harsh.
You're so rude. An 11 total.
Alright, so you sink.
Because you said make that.
That was cold.
Yes,
Don't
so
do that when you
cold.
DM.
That was so cold.
We can just make sure that disadvantage
Okay, so roll again.
That's basically what you did.
That didn't help it, I have a cold.
Yeah, you flamethrower down attack.
So, alright, so you sink.
I try and
Down in
act
the
like
water.
she's taking me down. No, like this is just.
But you can breathe still.
Okay.
You have that breathing on you.
Now do I
You
see?
can't
Can
talk.
I see anything underwater or no?
It seems to be so bright you can only see about 3 feet in front of you.
Can I try and go back up?
Yeah, you make an athletics check again at disadvantage. Well, you
That's
have
cocked.
armor, buddy.
You say
Play
cut.
down.
It's cocked on
Save
me.
your DM some time and roll 2 dice at
Roll
once.
2 dice.
You have 2 dice, man, just because you got
Yeah,
four.
this is I let you use this.
So 15 total.
Okay, 15. Yep. So you swim up.
Oh!
I mean, you're breathing fine, but
No,
you swim
okay,
up.
like the gold, the shiny water splashes through like.
Weirdest sword I've ever seen.
And like I'm so cleaned up.
Well, you're probably gonna want to swim. 'Cause-
I'm gonna swim across, like
all right, so you swim to the doors.
swim like
there.
a fishy. And now, can I open it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I
If you
keep-
want to move that big panel,
Mm.
you move the whole thing.
Wow,
Present for
you put such a big panel for something so small.
18.
So yeah, so you swim and open the door, and let's describe this here to you. That's what you see.
Nobody ever listens to the 10-year-old. Trust me.
But what?
Like anything, nobody ever listens to the
So yeah, if you pop up here and you can climb up the water. Once you open the door, kind of the water flows in.
And I power through.
You see the girl.
I need you now to make. I need you to make a dex saving throw.
No, no, as the water's pushing.
Remember, you got that card that was no good. Use it in there.
I might use it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's after
I see. I see.
What is that?
A 13 up? Oh no, that's a 19 up.
Oh.
All right,
never mind.
so
21.
so yeah, so as,
20.
as you open the door and the water comes flowing through,
20.
and you try to grab up, it's kind of slippery, but you manage to
I'm
pull
Spider-Man.
yourself on up there.
I'm Spider-Man.
There or all the way up here?
Well, as far as he wants to go.
I want to go all the way.
All right.
I'm Spider-Man.
So yeah, the rest of you guys see this. You know, you see Torn when he goes in the water, he just goes all the way under the water. A second later, he comes up. You know, realizing once again, oh, I can breathe underwater. He swims to the set of doors over there, opens them as more water comes pouring down on him, but manages to climb up onto the walkway, and you see him kind of start heading down this hallway.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know if he's being a mime or Spider-Man.
It's mine.
All right,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
This group, as all D&D groups, automatically kill mimes.
So what are you doing there?
I'm getting in the pool.
You're across, buddy. I'm gonna leave you at for right now.
I'm getting in the pool to walk across.
Just walk across. You just
She
Well,
can't
like
do
if
it.
I can walk across, yeah.
go down and.
Wait.
You're not gonna try to swim.
No, I just want to walk. Like, can I get to the bottom and just walk?
Okay, yeah, so you can sink.
She's going down. She's
You
going.
can sink to the
You're gonna
bottom.
kill her. Don't start.
And if I happen to see somebody on the way down,
Zazbot starts walking, I'll
I'll
follow.
have my shield out. Not my sword yet,
Move me
but I'll
forward.
have my shield out.
Okay.
And then I'll switch to swords and bow. Just put me behind the. You put me between you two. Yeah. Yeah, Ellen. Yeah.
And, when I get down to the bottom, I kind of do a survival check to see if I see any hunter's marks, relevance down here at the bottom.
Go ahead and give me, give me a perception check at disadvantage.
Did you get advantage from hunters? Like
Yeah. So I just get regular, right?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. No. You suck. You suck it up.
Alright, yeah, so you don't censor what near you. You can only see about 3 feet in front of you with the water just being so bright.
And then I'll do another one when I get to the door.
Oh, so when he gets to the doorway, he's gonna do another one.
Okay, so, alright, so you'll swim up to the doorway.
Nope.
Alright,
So Elle's gonna try to cross that
I
little gap.
still.
yeah, no problem, Mel.
Make a
Pop
dex.
up at that point.
Yep, just boost yourself up, yeah.
Wait, does she have to make a dex check?
No, she doesn't need to make it.
Wow.
You're walking. And you open the door.
You open the door,
Oh. That's how you see a
Strong
playing
man ahead.
favorites.
yeah. Play non-favorite.
And then when I get to the end where check is, I'll make a check. 12. 3, 6, 9. All agree.
I'll follow, I guess, just walking.
And then, Kit, what are you gonna do? You see, you see Elle swim across. Both Zazriel and Zazriel and Erebus just drop down into the water. And what are you gonna do?
How big is the gap?
For the swim? I mean, if you swim, it's like, what, 20 feet, 20, 30 feet?
Yeah, or she can do like we did and go.
Yeah, or just go closest to the shore and just get across, which is about 15 feet.
I'll do that.
Are you just gonna swim across?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Alright.
And
You guys can all get across if you're doing something else differently.
Move me up with Jot if you drop.
I'll be at the door by the time y'all guys get here.
And then as far as the symbol on the door go,
Yeah.
is it specific to any of the like ceremonial? You know, they're all little dioramas.
It seems to match up. That sun on the door seems definitely to match up to what you've already seen in the diorama of one of the suns. Yeah, absolutely.
So Elle will just say in Elven, an offering of peace to you and thank you. And she closes the door before she leaves.
All right, perfect. Nice. All right, so this here leads to this. There's a set of double bronze doors here that you kind of stand in front of here. You open the doors?
Yes, I opened
All right,
Nothing on them?
Huh?
Nothing on them?
No, nothing on these doors here. It's the bronze doors. I mean, you've seen a couple of bronze doors as well as wooden doors, and, but this one there's nothing special on here.
What's inside?
So the hallway here, and if you want, you can go ahead and remove both of those.
What the?
Here, you can give me the paper.
There's something in here. I can sense it.
Could be.
All right.
My Alex senses it too. Like.
So this hallway is 20 feet wide, and it has piles of rubble and debris scattered along its length. The walls are covered with frescoes. The south wall displays scenes of a battle between what you think are probably the the Oldman people, these natives that once were here, and probably some sort of invaders, like some other sort of men in armor versus where the natives a lot of feathers and stuff on that they seem to be wearing versus guys having swords and
did they look like the people that
an arm
came
and
at
plate
us?
mail and
Did they look like
that sort of where the way they're dressed. It definitely looks and exactly like some of the statues you guys have picked up and stuff like that. It looks like there seems to be in a battle scene against something like that. The north wall depicts people questing for a new land. It seems like their experiences during the journey include crossing the treacherous mountains, sailing over storm-tossed seas, and receiving the guidance of the gods in their battles to keep their homeland free from invasions. In the center, thank you, Liam's home. In the center of the wall is a painting of a pyramid with a temple atop it and the sun shining over the land. And down at the farthest end of the hallway, it looks to be opening up further beyond where there's a little alcove at the end. Let me describe this here, what you kind of really see here at the end of this hallway. It's an archway, and it seems to be like serpents. A couple made the archway, and the hallway kind of continues on beyond that way.
Okay, I chug it down the room with my shields and my axe. Chug it.
All right, so you start heading down.
I think it means run.
Yeah.
You're just gonna run down the hallway?
Yeah.
All right. You wanna run all the way down to the end?
Nothing out.
Yeah. And then so you go running, just running.
My shield and my axe.
Yep. All right. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Hi.
As the wall just collapses.
Remember your card.
Huh?
Remember your card.
I know.
Oh, right off the natural 20.
It's disadvantage. So.
I had a 13 to there.
Total?
Disadvantage.
Oh no, it's that
Disadvantage?
Yeah, that's this one.
I don't even
What was the other one?
Yeah, that won't make a difference.
Well, no difference.
What's your
So total of 4.
Oh, never mind.
So you guys see this, and he's just running down the hallway, and boom! He just hits the back wall. It's like a wall there. Hits the wall, and these bars from the alcove area go slamming down, and you see him now in like a prison. And you take another 3 points of damage here.
Well, we don't have anybody strong enough to break you out, so bye.
So you minus 14.
Yep.
So Torrance in jail down there.
2 trap fighters in the group.
What are these ones made of?
large open hallway?
So we've been in 2 dungeons with this guy. He's gotten to prison twice. So I don't know if adventuring's their strong
This is
suit.
a natural ending. We leave you where we find you, sir.
There's something down the other hall.
Hey, if you guys would leave me, I'll be fine
Let's go
with
talk
it.
to the mermaid.
I'll be fine with it. Hey, if you guys leave me, I'll be fine with it.
So you
I'm
said-
serious.
In the middle of the wall, meaning one stretch or the other, there's the
Right about where you're at, El. You see this painting. Let me this sun painting. So it's this painting of a pyramid and a sun above it here. There's depicting a like I said, this scene here. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
That is only going to be a 12.
All right. So yeah, you just you don't get
Search
anything
the-
out of it. Yeah.
Well, she wants to search it, see if there's any type of door, any type of.
You're supposed to stick near L and
Anything
start
about
checking
some
for additional traps along
interest.
the way.
Okay, you can give me a perception check as well.
Okay. What's the lighting in here? Is it dark?
Yeah. So it is actually dark down. Down.
And is this wet at all?
No, it's not wet. However, the air is still the gas,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh,
it's
the same.
and it is. It kind of does. It does affect you guys' vision in that sense.
So what
Okay.
are these bars made of?
They're made of iron.
Oh. Okay, can I just try and search around myself to see if there's any invest?
18 perception.
18 perception. Yeah. So it's gonna take you a while, but
That's
you're gonna find where L is checking these the sun painting. You're gonna reveal where pushing the pyramid in the sun
Mm-hmm.
will open up a secret door.
Perfect. I was waiting right there too. Go, honey.
I was like looking at this
got
stuff and
something
just
there.
can't find it.
Door with the sun?
Yeah.
Door with the sun, maybe? I don't know. Sun with the door?
Yeah, couldn't figure it out.
Can
But
I?
yeah, you can figure it out. You like look and be like, oh, I just have to push here and here.
Perfect.
And
Erebus
you
will
can
take
open
some
the door.
mud and smear the sun out.
Seriously? Okay, I see him pick up
Who
mud
likes the
and
sun?
spear.
Screw that.
Um,
Also, the door's right there.
so can I just search around this room for anything?
Yeah. Make a perception check.
If I make this, I'm going to laugh.
Me too.
Oh, a 10 total.
All right, you don't think there's anything in here.
Help!
Wait a minute, you said we could leave you here.
Yeah, but still.
What, you spent like 30 seconds alone and you were like, oh shit.
No, actually, leave me.
Well, we found a door here. We're gonna explore this. Is that okay?
Yeah, we saw you were playing with the wall, so we should
Help
leave
me!
you alone.
Help!
How about you help yourself and just get out the bars?
These are iron bars. How
Just
does
let them up, man.
cut it?
They came down and it must go up.
Yeah, probably from the outside. Nobody's helped me. Why?
Now, if I were to
'Cause
design
you
a
were
trap like
reckless?
that, I would look a way to release you in the secret
See,
door.
like maybe if you just waited for us to look for the painting and look for the room, you would have never made it down to the end of the hallway.
I'll show her where the door is.
Okay.
I'll continue to search down to the end.
All
See if I
right.
can find a release for him.
Make a perception check
Alright.
here.
And I'll bring some light to bear if that will help with dancing lights.
Okay.
Alright,
Yeah.
those are terrible. Actually, 15.
All right. So 15, but that's good enough to know this.
That's what means the terrible? A 15?
Something I'm supposed to be doing.
My terrible for attacks is around, I'd say 1.
Everything else is good.
For flame sword, it is.
You jumped to a whole other campaign now.
Yeah.
Why you do that?
For this guy, it's
There you
around, it's around,
So you see on his side
oh my gosh.
that it looks like there's a plate on his side where to the wall, close to the wall, where he
I got
is,
the mage hand thing. I can try to do it remotely.
where you think
Never
it
use
can.
that. Never use it.
You think it can maybe? You don't think the mage hand there is gonna work?
Oh, okay.
Once again, Piton, like he might have to jam something underneath the plate, and that might lift up
Do you have a dagger?
the bars here.
I have this.
Might reset it, but that's the only way it's gonna get reset.
You don't have a dagger?
That's
I have an old battle axe that isn't magical.
You don't have a dagger on you?
Nope.
Well,
Oh wait, I have a crowbar.
you do?
Or a grappling hook, either one I could do.
yeah. You think the crowbar would probably
Alright.
work?
Alright, I hand him a mirror so I can see better. Alright, lower, Alright, shove it in there hard.
Alright, so go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, shit.
Oh no, I hate you. I hate you. Okay, a 17.
Oh, there you go.
Take that.
Very nice. Nice job. So you definitely get the crowbar underneath and pop it up.
Nice job.
And yeah, and the bars raise on.
I'm gonna walk out of there
Good job.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Good job.
then I attach the grappling hook to a rope and rope the crowbar back.
Shall we go forth, boys and girls?
Oh, yes. Hey, you want to go running down this hallway?
Snappy.
Hey, if somebody else gets shot out, we don't have to.
It's
So.
fine.
Alright, so you open this door here, and I'll describe it here before I put out the hallway.
Never say to your DM if you're DMing them, you're gonna die this session. Yeah, like, just never works out well. Because you two almost died after, like, 2 days after you told me I was going to die.
We all knew we were gonna die for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That had nothing to do with what we said before.
It was just like, rolls on my top.
Yes, it had to do with your crazy rolls.
Just,
Sorry.
And also your murderous
Yeah.
goblins.
12 goblins. I just realized.
All of them wanted nothing more than to kill everyone.
So this
We all
corridor
come at you.
is high ceilinged and decorated with sculptures mounted on the walls. There's 2 corridors that branch off from the main hall. A narrow one to the east and another one to the west. The statuary that adorns the walls consists of 4 sculpted heads of animals. Each one is 6 feet above the floor and 2 to 3 feet in diameter. Opposite the passage that leads east is the stylized head of a coyote. Across from the hallway going to the west is a head of a grinning bear. Near the south end of the corridor, there's a head of a bison that is mounted on the east wall. And at the north end of the area on the west wall, it appears to be the head of an eagle with a beak open, and something shines from within the eagle's mouth. So let me put this.
Treasure!
on
That's what goes through my mind. Treasure. I run to the eagle.
Of course you do.
And then the eagle comes alive and it swallows you up.
Are you really gonna run to the
Yeah, I am.
I think we should tell
I'm springing the trap. Like, I've handled way worse.
You've had way worse done to you? Or...
And then just so you know, at the end of the hallway, of this corridor here, it looks at the end, there seems to be human figures appear that seem almost like they're floating above the floor against the walls. So they're not on the floor. And they just seem to be suspended, almost probably like maybe a sarcophagus, corpse, just against the wall. At the end, you see a couple of those statues.
So we don't know that yet unless he runs away or something.
Well, yeah, I'm just giving him a slight description of what he kind of sees as he goes. So
Once I see those, I start slowing down. Like I'm ready for combat. Once I start getting in
Yeah,
there,
trust me, we already know.
I'm like, ha.
Alright, so I want to make sure the eagle here is. I want to make sure I got the right one.
Which one's the eagle?
Yeah, I know, that's the one. The north and west wall.
Never eat
Yep.
soggy waffles.
So the eagle is the one closest at the very end towards those standing upright.
I keep an eye on the ghost.
Don't
Guys,
touch the stone and the eagles yet.
I keep my hand close. I keep my shield up, ready with those guys. Like, come at me. But
Erebus, can you make sure that this isn't trapped?
Chat finder number 2 is on it.
What do you do, buddy?
I grab the stone.
You're gonna go down there?
Wait, so what does he do? Is he, what do I see? Are
I'm
you walking
down
forward?
here. I'm
Show
down
me
here.
where you're at.
Right here.
Climb.
Alright, and what was this first one?
So the first one is it's a coyote.
Okay, so I will move slowly and just check each one behind him.
Alright.
He'll probably get way ahead of me because I'm not going to be moving fast.
Yeah.
I reach my hand into the pedestal.
Okay, so wedged is what you see in the eagle's mouth is like this crafted bracelet is what you see in its mouth.
This is a doorway.
Hallway, yes.
Is there anything special in it, like any gems?
A bracelet.
It's this golden circlet bracelet.
I'll grab it.
All right. I need.
Still looking at them. I'm both right here. Okay, I'm standing
And
right
3 of them activate, and their swords come down on you.
Yeah, that's not step.
All right. So
I'm out
you
of
grab it, and your hand is snapped shut in it.
Welcome to Luke Skywalker
I
land.
know. I know it.
Now you have to have a metal
Cut
man. We're gonna call you Metal Man now.
Okay,
instead
what
of
do I
Chuck.
need to make?
Oh wait, you already had a character named Metal Man. We can't call you Metal Man.
What check do I need to make? Or saving throw?
You don't need to make any saving throw or a check. Your hand's trapped in it.
You don't have
Can I
any,
try to break it out?
Go ahead and
After
give
I
me.
escape?
any damage so far?
No, he hasn't taken any damage. Go ahead and give me an athletics check at disadvantage.
What?
Listen, you roll something, it's going to be disadvantage today.
Oh, is that a 1 already? 2, 3.
Can you save your DM some time here?
3. What do I want to do?
You failed! Come on!
You failed, man. You're not even close to this check.
That's
Okay, I'll listen. I'll just
All right, so yeah, you're just your head's just trapped in there. You
How long
can't
do I
get it
have to wait
out.
to get it? Try to pull it
Okay,
down?
You don't know right now.
So as I see that, I'll go up and
The real question
line up
is,
my sword. I'll get you free.
LS, no, are you making sure that you're holding on tight to the bracelet?
Yes.
Looks over it.
Squeeze harder. Squeeze harder.
Have you tried letting go of the bracelet?
I let go of the bracelet.
And it's still
Okay, hold
the
on.
eagle's mouth does not let go.
Okay, still hold on to the bracelet.
All right.
Do
Can I try and yank out again? Or no?
No, not yet.
you want your hand?
Yes.
I go back to searching.
All right. So yeah, searching the coyote. There's nothing there. The hallway that goes that direction seems to go probably about
That's my left.
40 feet, and then it turns off to your
To the right.
to your south. Yeah, to the right. So,
Okay.
so that first
So
one
it's-
there.
Coyote,
Yeah.
bear, right?
Coyote, bear, and then bison.
Where's bison?
There's only 3.
Oh, the coyote didn't. I'm sorry, I didn't cut that part
The
off.
first.
First
Oh,
one,
so
yeah, it's a little
we're
further
actually
down.
backwards.
Yeah.
And that's going that way, right?
No, the doorway there is that way. There's
Oh, okay,
a
so there's a coyote, but it doesn't have a doorway. to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Coyote, bear. The bison is the one across the bigger hallway, and the eagle is where he's at.
Okay. So coyote doesn't seem interesting, or
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything with the coyote.
and is it carved into the wall, or is it
Yeah, there seem to be.
mounted on the wall?
Yeah, there seem to definitely be sculpted right out into the wall.
Okay.
Here, I can show you a picture actually.
There
I see.
it is, coyote.
Coyote. Coyote.
Does this fit in these people's mythology? You know?
As far as I can tell.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have seen animals. You know, you guys.
Any of them distinct or?
Coyote.
The bison's new. You guys haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
I haven't
Right?
seen
If we can find the archaeologists, maybe they can tell us all about it.
Alright, so
They died when they fell down.
I'll keep moving down the hallway, check each animal.
Okay.
See if there's any traps or
Guys,
tricks. or
try to pull
anything.
it out.
Yeah, so the other ones they're gonna be fine. You're not gonna there's no traps, there's no treasure in their mouths or anything like that. The hallway that leads to the west, that bigger hallway, that one it seems to go remember your dark vision's about
It's
half
obscured, yeah.
obscured. So it goes beyond your dark vision. It
Let's check the
seems
bear
to
one.
Any
Keep going.
tracks here on
no.
the ground? Nothing? Okay. And it's still wet, so it would be obvious, or is it drier here?
It's drier now. It's
Oh.
now starting to dry.
Is gas still in the air?
Hmm?
Gas is still in
Oh, yeah, heavy actually. The gas seems heavier now.
In any one direction heavier, or just all kind
All
of?
through this whole hallway, it just seems to be heavier.
Want to go down the bear hallway first?
Hey, can I try and pull it out now?
I'm gonna try to wake up one of those monsters.
Ah!
See how well you can fight one-handed.
Are you ready for this?
Which hand did you put in? I don't know, was your
I
left.
left.
You remember the
Yeah.
contract you
Yeah.
signed to get into the group?
Why would you reach
You would
in
have
with
put
your
your
left
right
hand?
hand. Your right hand's in there.
But
Sorry.
your left hand's got a shield on it.
Yes.
And
I was taking off my
I was gonna shove my shield into the mouth.
Walking
That's what I
dead
did.
right now.
That's what I did. You can't snapshot. My shield is
just take something long and poke him to wake him up.
Okay. Go.
Survive.
Survive.
Hey, can I?
So I was gonna.
Go ahead, Rick.
We'll sketch him first.
I'm bringing a new character.
What do you want in your character?
Kind of. Half what he does.
No.
Half me
Well,
does.
double are you? Then you want to go back to 0?
Yeah.
Well, second.
Okay, second.
I'm only 4th level, so.
Now's the time if you're bored with the talisman.
Yeah, kind of.
So I was gonna take a look and see, is there a mechanism to this thing?
Wait, you're doing my job now? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Go get your hand caught in there.
Go ahead and
Go check out the
Now
sarcophagus.
we have two handless characters.
go ahead and make a perception check.
16.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you think with some oil you could actually loosen up the beak on him
Let's burn him.
and possibly pull his hand out.
I'm flashed in the back.
Never underestimate it.
Then he can be flame torn.
I do.
Flame donuts.
Do you have some lubricant on your character? Is that why you're laughing at yourself?
Yeah. He raided the common store. Sanders came
I was
out.
thinking maybe I had one of the alchemist's fires, which would have been really funny, but no, no oil in my pack here.
How angry will you be if you're
I
having
would.
something?
I bought oil.
You have oil? Then use it yourself, man. Lube your arm up.
I'll try and reach my left hand in the bag.
Your shield is left hand.
Drops your shield.
Yeah, I throw my shield. I throw my shield down and then reach into my bag and pull out some more.
Alright, so you pour the oil on one hand, and I'll pour mine alchemist fire on the other.
No. And now I
Three.
try and pull it out with the bracelet.
Somebody's gonna have to assist you, buddy. You're
Okay.
not gonna be able to get your oil out of your backpack.
So Elle will help me get the oil out.
I'll examine your hand while you're doing this. I think if we remove just your thumb, we can get your hand out.
So yeah, so if you put oil on his arm and
I
stuff
grab-
and on
I
the
grab the
beak of the thing, he'll eventually be able
Pull the bracelet out.
to jimmy his hand out.
And the
of there.
bracelet. With a bracelet.
Yeah, with the bracelet.
Okay, I'm keeping this bracelet because I worked so hard to get.
You caught yourself into the trap, man.
Oh, yeah.
What's the bracelet?
You worked hard.
I put the bracelet on. And then I pick up my shield and the axe.
Alright,
Yeah, it's a big bracelet, but it actually could fit your
Yeah, and it
your
fit
arm.
my arm. That's big arm.
Alright, you guys want to mess with the mummies or go down the bear hallway?
Mess with the mummies.
there.
There.
Why do you guys want to take the cheap road?
Put the bracelet in the bag.
Bear would seem to me to be a challenge of bravery and strength, whereas
So we sent
Coyote
Jordan
is
down there.
probably one of trickery.
What? The bear?
Never mind.
I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear you actually. That's why I said what.
I said the bear, I would think, represents a challenge of bravery and
Okay.
strength, whereas trickery would be the coyote.
So
I don't
you,
know.
so you have like half of what it takes to go down the bear one.
And you have none of it. You have none. So
But
let's go.
hey, go down the bear.
Yeah, let's go down the bear.
Run.
Alright, so you start going down the hallway. Alright.
Chin.
Alright, so yeah, so this hallway seems to probably go about 80 feet or so down, and it continues. But you can break off
Going down the bear.
torn to your left, or you can continue forward. Let me describe here what
Is that the bison or is that the bear one?
the bear. They're going down the big one, the big hallway, right?
The
That's
bear one's a bison.
That's a very good question.
The big
Oh.
one was bison, the bear was the small one.
You're right.
Oh yeah,
I keep
I was
thinking
thinking because the
it's-
coyote's over
Keep
that
thinking
way.
it's coyote. Coyote doesn't have a hallway.
No, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Are you going down the small corridor or the bigger corridor?
Small one first.
Small.
Okay, my bad. All right.
So is this small one?
All right.
No, the small one's behind where I'm at.
Okay.
All right. So this, sorry, my bad. So you guys, so this is a thin, just 5 foot hallway, which goes about 40 feet,
And then turns
and then
right.
it turns off to itself for about 10 feet, and then it breaks off to the east. It now becomes 10
For
feet
Azarat.
wide.
I yell for Azarat.
She's running.
Yell if you need help.
And so as you peer down this corridor when it breaks, you see a faint flickering light at the end of the hallway,
Which is the only way you
and
can
the
see.
light starts to be moving towards you, sputtering and weaving.
I pull up my shield and act like, come at me, boy, come at me.
All right, so it's coming at you. All right,
Keep coming.
I yell in Orcish, who are you?
all right. So
Why is he keeping his Orcish?
It's habit.
When you're an orc,
I'm half orc, I speak common a lot too.
Yes, you have to. Half civilized.
It like mixes itself in when he's talking calm and or
Yeah.
Or
So-
Riggin. I speak Riggin common.
I speak good common.
I speak good common.
I speak sad common.
Yes, you do.
now if we defend,
Alan
if we
Elvish.
defend our
Why is
town too much, we
Torn
won't have any more people.
Did you hear that?
Does anyone put it off?
Yeah, that's why it's torn, leaving us.
Well,
Do you want to be attacked or find a trap yourself?
It's a good
I was
question.
talking to Ellen Elvish.
Oh, okay, sorry.
why is he leading?
Why
He
is
seems
this in that
he seems very excited to do so.
Get it? Because they're speaking in Elvish.
But why is no one questioning?
You can understand this, Elvish. You speak Elvish.
I can speak Elvish.
I can speak Elvish too. You're the only one that can't understand it.
Everyone but you are going.
Why are you speaking that foul language?
What's your armor class?
I have
You're
AC
all the way in the front.
of
You're like
21.
halfway behind.
All right, so
Yeah, exactly. He's in battle stance.
Yeah,
Moment, ooga, ooga.
we're still moving up.
Oh, are we?
yeah, so this shimmering light comes on you.
Does it hit me?
Yes, and you all of a sudden.
Wait, can I parry? Wait, can I parry this?
You can't parry this. No, you
What-
can't
what
parry.
happens?
And you take 5 points of damage, buddy.
Good thing
Well,
you
I
never
need to
get
come at
hurt.
you.
So what is this thing? What do I see?
These lights. It's just this light. This yellow light that's radiating.
This place is a light. I'm gonna try to
And,
strike it.
Have you ever tried to strike the speed of light?
We can roll in history.
Yay! Finally!
I'd say we were like halfway behind him,
What you got?
discussing what was going on in the situation.
Are we all rolling initiative?
Yes. Yeah.
40.
That's a 0.
I got 14.
14.
14.
Pretty average.
Hey, that's good for Torn.
7.
He's a +2.
I'm only
Flames-
+3.
Flames Head would wreck everybody in the initiative.
He's
I
stuck.
got a +9.
All right, anybody above a 20?
Not there today.
Okay. A 16 to 20.
20.
17.
17.
He's faster than me.
L's a 20, baby.
Oh, you're a 20, oh.
And guess who I am?
And
I'm
Erebus
14.
and then Zazriel.
And then, Cat, did you say you're a 7?
Yes.
I'm a
I'm
14.
not. Luck is not on my side.
You
No,
have
you
me.
bad rolls.
Yeah, you got half of me. I'm a 14.
Got it, buddy. All right, L. So you were up first.
Alright. Well, obviously we see that he has encountered something.
Yeah, so he's so you guys are coming behind him, of course, down this hall, and he's about halfway. It's about, it's probably 20 feet in front of you guys. So you guys are just watching this,
Wondering what's
half
he doing up
what's
there, but
doing, and you see this light come at him, and he's, gets in this battle stance ready for it, and the light just comes just right on him, and then just shocks him, and you see, it seems like electricity
Double
come
'cause
out
he
of
has metal
out
armor.
of this thing, and just lights him up. His hair, what hair he has, what hair he still has, because he is old, is standing up straight.
Okay.
You see smoke coming from his back.
But
My little bird, semi-bird half orc.
I guess L is going to.
Bird poisoned
Question.
old half orc. What's a better combination? A poison old What's this?
But did it seem to be sort of, you said it was waving back and forth, like the yellow light? Or?
Yeah, so it was coming up at him, just kind of like this light kind of just flashing up at him as it was moving towards him. And
But there's some sort of yellow, like,
it's
orb.
almost like gold. It's this goldish round light. It's not even that big. It's probably, like this.
Still,
just
You got it.
yeah.
Goldish, like glowing. Just
Glowing, yeah, but glowing bulb. Of like sunlight almost.
Terrible.
Agreed.
Close the door.
Good luck.
Let's do it.
We're gonna see if it's living. I'll do sacred flight. Alright, yeah. Let's see what happens.
Do it past.
Light for light.
Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
It's living. Dex save.
Oh, that's a deck save?
Yep.
Okay. What's
DC 14.
alright.
4 damage. Ooh.
Just misses.
Alright. That's good. Only 7 points, but
Alright. It seems to take some damage
Is it
there.
hurt by it, or is it does it crinkle
alright.
back?
And
I see fire and more fire. What's happening?
That was 7 points, Dan?
Yeah.
Do that same shot.
and just stay right there. It's not gonna close.
Alright. No problem. Alright.
Strange golden ball.
Tries to zap you again.
I have a 21 AC.
Yeah, you
And it hits you again.
Oh, can I parry?
Yeah, you can parry this.
Finally.
Can you do that again?
I don't. This is my first time parrying.
Let's see. Yeah, let me look at your guy, make sure.
Maneuver, right?
I think I have 3 more.
You've used 2 maneuvers so far.
So I have 2
this is the 3rd maneuver. And you've already done your action surge on your 2nd one.
5. I blocked 5 of the
Shocker.
points of damage.
5 points, alright. Alright, so you still take 2 points.
Oh, come on. I thought it'd be the same damage.
So you're minus 21 now.
Oopsie.
And you're almost out of all your special abilities. Just feeling worn down.
So Erebus, you are up.
Alright, I'll hide, try to hide. Stealth at 23.
I need healers. I need medic. Medic coming in. Medic.
Okay.
Alright, and then I will try to take a shot at this time.
Sure.
Betty says keep bleeding.
Keep moving.
Yeah.
Keep bleeding.
Alright, that is
You hit 0. I'm not hitting you.
21.
21, yeah, you seem to hit it.
Oh wow, the worst damage ever.
Wow.
Wow.
2 1s and a 2, baby.
Yeah, that's 9 points.
Okay, 9 points. And there's just arrows.
Just an arrow, yeah.
I'm gonna take. Can you take 2 shots?
Mm-mm.
One.
Got it.
Aren't you level 5 though?
Alright.
Yeah,
that's
level
Erebus.
5.
The road, they don't get extra attacks.
Zazriel, you are up.
That dice. It's, I'm gonna shoot twice at it.
Alright.
Papa Dwyer's. Papa Real Wood. Okay, pop.
How long's gone by? Like 10 minutes? 5 minutes?
Since you
Like left the girl.
oh no, it's been a while now. It's been over 30.
I missed it.
Alright, that's fine. So as long as it's not an hour.
No, I have
I put my hunter's mark on this
Another 3 belts, sorry.
one. 19
another. On 19? Yep, hits.
for 11 points magical damage.
11?
Yep.
Alright.
Oh.
That is a 12 hit.
Jeez. Sorry. What? A what? 12? No. Just right by it.
That's nasty damage. I'm done.
Alright, Torn, you're up.
I was thinking of doing it. I was thinking of just throwing my shield and axe out and pulling out the Dragon Slayer on this ratty window. I have to have good AC against this thing.
Hit you both times so far.
Yeah, that's my halberd. The Dragon
Or it's
Slayer.
called a dragon slayer.
I'm calling it that.
Has it slayed the dragon yet?
Never touched a dragon.
Yeah, I don't even think it even fought a dragon
Never even
before.
killed a kobold.
It was near a dragon.
We all call it Rat Slayer.
He was around the corner and killed
Dragon
people.
died.
I'm also going to distract strike this, so first.
You use another maneuver?
Yeah, so I'm out. So
Okay.
7
You got
plus-
everything, right?
Yeah. 7 plus 1 plus 12. 12 plus.
Do we know what these are?
16 points of damage.
No idea.
What did you roll to hit?
I got a 19 total.
Okay, so 19. So you do hit. You gotta tell me that
I
part.
said it!
Alright, I'm sorry.
You guys are
Sorry.
really-
Sorry.
So, and then 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage.
And then
What-
And then
you
what-
swing
what
twice?
With
No.
my battle axe.
It's a magical battle axe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 16? Alright, then you're ready.
My damage was magic too, actually. I guess I should have said that.
Oh, yeah.
Through the bow.
Definitely.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, as you hit it, it just
Oh!
dissipates.
Nice.
Just, it seems to explode and just vanishes away.
You disappear!
And then you heal over to your knees.
Does it ring any kind of bells of mystical, magical legend, knowledge arcana? Or not religion?
You can make that. I'll give you a roll. Go ahead. You want to know what it is? This in the sense. Yeah, Arcana.
Arcana. 13 is all.
You think there's a will o' the wisp. You've heard of him. You know, he's.
A little outside of the swamp.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, out of it's definitely
Swamp here.
normally more in the swamps or woods. But yeah, lo and behold, one's just kind of hanging out down here.
Well, it is marshy here.
Alright.
Can we keep going towards that area?
Yeah, it seems the hallway goes about another 30 feet and then turns north.
Good job.
I'm
Keep
coming.
going.
All right, so
Oh,
For what that thing?
good job.
Heal me!
Oh, what?
You're fine. What? You look great.
You're impressive.
You
Very
got
impressive.
poisoned by the gas. You've gotten electrocuted. You've got acid poured on you.
Smashed by water.
Smashed by
Stuck
water.
in mud. You insulted a beautiful lady. You had a wonderful day. Pretty much par for the course, right? Mud boy.
I need to
So
heal.
you just keep going.
Like
No, can you heal me before I keep going?
That's not a part of the job, man.
Beautiful voice.
We didn't put that in the contract.
Oh God, right.
What did you say, Kit?
What was that thing he was fighting?
Will o'
I
the
didn't hear
Wisp. Will o' the Wisp.
A willow?
Will o' Wisp.
Will-o-wisp.
Will o' Wisp.
Oh my gosh, a willow?
Yes.
Whoa. Those things don't fight normally.
You could just
They
find
lead
it.
the way.
Zapping you.
They lead the way.
It was zapping you.
They lead the way.
Who are you telling to leave now?
No,
Are you scared to leave?
No, I need healing.
Why do you need healing? You're so brave. I thought you were a brave fighter.
You're lucky you're so far away from me right now. Okay, can you heal me? Here.
Yes, actually I can.
Thank
You
you.
can bind your wounds, because I haven't done that to you yet.
Let me double check. He may have already had.
I may have.
I think that
Oh, maybe I did.
he's the only one that you've had to bind with.
Oh, he is the only one?
Oh,
Yep, everybody else is fine.
Oh,
No one else.
Shocker. Everyone else, you're fine.
Everyone else is good. Let me just check.
Not the half-dead orc.
Yeah, even Dark.
Who's out of
Yeah,
everything.
the only person that you've had to bind wounds for is
I'm the only person who's gotten into
Jordan.
melee combat.
And, alright. I guess I'll have to give you like real.
Yeah, it's spit at this.
Trivella.
Did you really?
Improve his luck,
yeah.
if not his brain function. So,
A little bit of
a
both.
little 8-point cure for
Yeah, a
you.
little bit of
Yes.
both. A little bit to your body and a little bit to the
13.
noggin.
Yeah, minus 13, buddy.
Thank you. Now I'll lead the
Just said
way.
you were coming. Why'd you bring that one?
I told him to get clearance.
Alright, so he goes around the corner. You guys are watching him as he goes, doing his thing. And yep, he disappears. Just all of a sudden he drops out.
What happened?
And that's where we're gonna end for the
So
night.
I disappeared. What happened?
You drop. You're like running, and all of a sudden you disappear from everybody else's sight.
You know that means you drop down. But
And that's where we'll stop for the night. Since
High five, trap
trying to
finder.
get help.
Yeah, trap fight.
You hate this. I don't understand. Do you
I think without a doubt we can give MVP to Torn here tonight.
Yeah, I'll take a look card.
I think I am gonna give you a luck card. Now that you do your whole
no, don't touch it if it's bad feeling.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
good feeling. That's good feeling.
That's good feelings? Alright.
1d12 after making a skill or attack roll.
yeah.
Ooh.
I was sensing the bad one and the good one. I'm like,
Now,
good one.
now you can't get any more luck cards.
No, I
Alright.
can because I can get one more for
So,
two more.
We'll be back next Wednesday night, hopefully with the full crew back on board. We'll probably have Erebus and Elle at the table again next Wednesday if they want to come over. We'll definitely have the Valiant from Seattle, and hopefully Dar doesn't have to make donuts. And will be back with us as well. So with that, hopefully see you next Wednesday night, 7:30 Central Time. Remember, hit
it's a good idea. He can pass it on. I need
Hit
to.
the like and subscribe button.
And remember,
Gotcha.
Remember-
He wasn't even trying to say
Now, remember, it's cool to be a geek.
and beat him to it.
Pass it on.
I jumped the gun.
that.